So China's industrial manufacturing production is sinking. China is desperate for a deal with the US. Overall, it is seeing a lower economic activity. And now it's a matter of who is going to play chicken, who's going to call chicken first. So America's got a problem because America has to reindustrialize its whole country after 30, 40 years of degrading its industrial capacity, where the last 30 years or 40 years, China has been building up its industrial capacity. However, China doesn't have the wherewithal, the buffer in order to ride out this storm. In fact, they're seeing significant downturn in overall industrial and manufacturing production, to the degree that 65% of the Chinese economy is run by small businesses. And those small businesses, in the previous tariff war, back pre-COVID, China would absorb the tariff, and therefore the small business would be able to continue with what it's doing. However, China doesn't have the financial might that it had prior to COVID 2020. It now is on a degrading economic scale, and as a result of that, it is a real trade war between who is going to win, Trump or China. China's already making noises that it wants, or sounds or noises that it wants to come to an agreement with the US, knowing fine well that it can't ride out the storm. Now, China's holding around about $800 to $1 trillion of US assets, if that is still the case, because until recently, China was offloading some of its US assets and repatriating that with gold. That's one of the reasons why gold has gone up so much. In fact, we run a whole gold group on our mentorship program where we trade gold on a daily, weekly and swing basis, and we've done very well riding it up and riding it down. But that's a separate subject, separate topic. So money is being sold, or dollars have been sold and used to buy gold, because China wants to go on a gold spree to back its currency with gold. Meanwhile, as far as China's industrial production is concerned, whatever you say, there is a downturn. Now, at the end of the day, it's a matter of who is the strongest. If Trump wins and China is willing to accept American goods for lower tariffs into China, then that is a victory. Overall, companies like Shein and Timu, which have had price tags under the $800 de minimis rule in the US, now will be fully taxed. So instead of a t-shirt costing $5, that t-shirt now is going to cost